Picture this: a state on the coast with easy access to the beach. On the other side, there's acres of swamp, home to many endangered species. It's home to one of the oldest cities in the nation, expansive farmlands, even mountains.
And with our southern hospitality, you'll never feel like a stranger. If you haven't guessed it yet, honey, you're in Georgia. It's not just for peaches anymore.
Today, we're in Atlanta. Atlanta is the center of prosperity for the American South. Originally, Atlanta was founded as a transportation crossroads specifically for railroads. Today, Atlanta is still an area of transportation accepting more ground and air transport than any city except Chicago. In addition, Atlanta is home to booming industries, home to such corporations as Coca-Cola and Delta Airlines.
Atlanta is one of the oldest cities in the nation. It was completely burned to the ground during the Civil War, but it rebuilt and went on to become instrumental in the civil rights movement in the 1960s. Now, it's a cultural and historical hub. There's lots of sights to see, like this old building.
Speaking of things to see, you won't want to miss Atlanta's most unique neighborhood, Little Five Points. It's home to most of the alternative culture present in Atlanta, and a place where hippies, artists, and just unique people all around can flock and find company. Little Five Points is home to many interesting things. There are 2 independent bookstores. It has its own indie radio station. There's the Vortex restaurant, known for its giant skull on the outside, and, of course, its burgers. In addition, we have 3 theaters here, 7 stages, Dad's Garage Theater Company, and Horizon Theater. But perhaps my favorite thing here in Little Five Points is Variety Playhouse. It's a music venue that was remodeled from a 1940s movie house. Atlanta is home to a thriving theatrical community. One of my favorite theater companies here has to be the Shakespeare Tavern Playhouse. That's right, we do Shakespeare even down here in the South. This company is special because they specialize in an approach called original practice. So whether the company's presenting their own piece, an American classic, or something by our dear William Shakespeare, each production is a process that begins with how the play was originally staged and is then presented to a 21st century audience. In addition, they're one of the only professional companies in the nation that consistently provides sensory-friendly performances of their shows.
Like with any state in the South, you better be prepared for the weather to change on a dime. Most of the year it is sweltering here, and then every once in a while you wake up and you have to unpack your winter coat.
Atlanta also is more spread out than cities are used to, so it may take a little longer to get places. Speaking of that, if you're a commuter, buckle up. It's a long ride. And unfortunately, our public transportation system isn't as advanced as other cities. However, the real estate market is excellent right now. We have one of the best educational systems in the country, and we were voted #1 most energetic city in the United States. In addition, Atlanta is home to many famous artists you may have heard of, and both The Walking Dead and Stranger Things were filmed in Atlanta and the surrounding areas. If there's one thing I would say that you shouldn't miss during your time here, it's definitely the Georgia State Aquarium. Thanks for taking a tour around Atlanta. We hope to see you real soon.